Hey, 24/7 Moms, it's Trisha, and it's another great morning, and we are excited to be back with you. Who are you?
Here on this great day, and my name is Steve.
And he thinks it's his birthday still.
It is. Well, I believe in birthday weeks, not birthday days.
Oh, not birthday days. Oh, I thought I turned this off. Sorry. Anyways, it is great to be back, and we are going to chat a little bit today about what does it mean to be lonely. Actually, what does it mean to be lonely as a mom, and what does that kind of mean, right? And you know, I often like to say to moms, I hate to break it to you, but from the moment you gave birth, you gave up the right to ever be alone again. And you're thinking, really? Yep. Not in your bed, not in your car, not while you're in the bathroom, not even in your thoughts. You're never alone again. It's weird though, because even though we feel like with these little people and these toddlers running around, how can I still feel lonely?
No, it's easy to do. We can get so busy, and there's just certain keys in our life that will help us not be lonely and kind of get a better grip of what's going on in our life.
So what I have discovered is not only am I lonely, but I need a tribe to help with that loneliness, right?
Oh, yeah.
So this means we need a mom tribe. We need moms to help us survive raising those little humans, these little people in our house. And I don't care if you've got little kids or you got teenagers, or even if you are an empty nester and your kids are out, there's still those times that we feel lonely and we need a tribe. We need people in our lives. So first I want to just kind of give you 5 funny things. There are 5 reasons why we moms need friends. Okay, ready? So number 1, mom friends understand that the name on your birth certificate is no longer your name, because suddenly it is now mommy, mom, mama. Then not only that, they added your child's name to it. And they say things to you like, hi, Sarah's mom. I'm Nate's mom. Do I have a name? You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute, what happened to my name? Where did my name go? So the first reason why we understand and relate to other moms is we no longer have our birth certificate names anymore. Number 2, because we need adult conversation where we don't have to ask, do you need to go poopy?
Yeah.
I was in the bathroom on Mother's Day at a restaurant, and I could hear the other mom in the stall next to me saying that, honey, do you want to get on the toilet and go pee-pee? And she says no. And I'm thinking, uh-oh, does that mean she's going to pee on the floor and it's going to soon be on my feet as it goes through? Okay, number 3, mom friends get that a late night trip to the grocery store is almost as good as a spa day. I so remember going to the grocery store at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night and thinking, oh, how long could I just walk these aisles?
Really?
In peace and quiet. Oh, for sure.
Wow.
I so remember.
I should know that, I guess, but
I can almost remember the aisle in Safeway when I remember thinking those thoughts. Is that weird?
Yeah.
Okay, number 4, mom friends get it when we drive around town and we're still listening to Frozen and there's no kids in the car. I mean, think about it. I used to drive around the car. My kids listened to Odyssey.
oh yeah.
Odyssey Adventures in Odyssey, and they loved them. But I would drop them off at school, and 20 minutes later, I'm still driving, and I'm like, I'm still listening to the stories, and I'm totally into it. I'm totally engaged into what's happening. Also, I'm realizing I have no kids in the car. What am I listening to?
I'm still wondering what Mr. Whittier's doing. I mean, Adventures in Odyssey.
You remember him?
Yeah, I mean, he's always got trouble happening in his town.
And another reason, the last reason why we need friends, or really not the last reason, but another funny one is mom friends cheer you on when you go to catch the throw up in your hands to save your carpet, or better yet, your perfect outfit, right? Okay, so that's how we know we relate to moms, friends, right? So if you relate to any of these, it's so true. We moms need friends. We need a tribe. So what does that mean? What does that mean when it comes to being lonely, and how can we overcome that, right? So my mom's journey began 30 years ago. Hard to believe, but it began 30 years ago. And by the time we had baby number 3, I realized I was on this lonely journey. Like suddenly I realized I needed a tribe of mom friends. At the time, Steve was a pastor of a college career group. It was awesome. We were camping, we were water skiing, we were hanging out with the single college life and 3 kids in tow, right? So it was really great. But all of a sudden I realized I was the one packing the pack and play, taking the baby diapers, taking the changes of clothes, the zillions of changes of clothes, and all this stuff. And everybody around me didn't relate to my mom world. And I realized no wonder why I was lonely. You would think that with all these fun people and all these girlfriends, I wouldn't feel lonely. But I was really needing somebody that related to my mom world.
Well, plus you're in charge of all these people too, but you're their leader, so they see you a little differently.
It's true.
Yeah.
But as far as that day-to-day connection, I wasn't having it, right? It wasn't there. They didn't relate to my poopy diaper kids. They didn't relate to me being their pacifier rescuer, how I had late nights. We had sleepless nights. They didn't understand any of that. So I began wondering, where do I find a mom tribe? What is a mom tribe? How do I even find that? I would go to the park with my kids and I would see these other moms. And I was like, how do I relate to them? How do I even enter into their world? And then on Mondays, every other Monday, my neighbor, she would take her children and they would leave the neighborhood. And now my kids' playmates were gone. And I was like, where did they go? Finally, I asked her and it was, they go to MOPS. What is MOPS? So I discovered what MOPS is, Mothers of Preschoolers. It was this program. And I began thinking, oh my gosh, I need MOPS. Only to discover every MOPS group in my area was completely full. Remember, there was no MOPS groups to go to. So I convinced her to let me come to her MOPS group so that I could learn about MOPS. And this new dream started in my head. I'm going to start a MOPS group. We're going to have a MOPS group at our church. This is going to be amazing. I'm going to create my own mom tribe. And I'm going to have 100 moms there, was my big goal. And so I started dragging my kids from park to park to park to invite moms to come to this new MOPS group I was going to start. And on the first day of that MOPS group, I had 100 new moms come.
I was so impressed.
It was
because
crazy.
you had really gone out and gotten, or not gotten, that's not a good word, but found mothers that weren't even a part of any organization, that you met them through doctors' offices and city parks.
And Costco and anywhere I could find a mom. I had a flyer and I was telling her she needed to come to being part of my tribe. And that's really what it was. So now I had 100 moms to choose from to create my own tribe, right? It was so hilarious. Anyways, I thought it was funny because that my big goal was two. Was one, if I need a mom tribe, other moms needed a mom tribe, right? And so I wanted to create a place not only for me, but for them as well. And so that's what we did. But now you have this mom tribe, and then what do you do with it? Now you got all these moms there, but now how do we relate to them and how do we become a friend? Through that experience of creating MOPS 22 years ago is when I started that group. I came out of that group with lifelong friends. I mean, I have these friends. I have Michelle, for instance. We call her Auntie Shell. Auntie Shell has her name and phone number has lived on my kids' emergency forms in their schools for 22 years. For years. It's always Michelle and her phone number because my children know if something goes wrong and they can't find mom and dad, Auntie Shell will come to the rescue. She will always be there. She's that friend that is always there. She will, whatever it takes, she will be there for my kids. And they know that. And so that has been our relationship. And then I have my friend Lori. Lori and I have been through the loss of a baby that I lost, through her infertility challenges, through then both being pregnant at the same time and delivering within weeks of each other with the same doctor. And we've walked that journey. And now we're walking the journey of these babies growing up, going through high school, and now her kids are off to college. And what does that mean in friendships? And we still get together for dinners and celebrations and all of that stuff. But these are lifelong friends, right? And then there's my friend Valerie. I call her my rock friend. She is the friend that is there when I'm jumping off the cliff. She's the friend that says, get up, go, dream again. God isn't done with you. God has a bigger plan for this. Go, go, go. She is that friend that's always encouraging, always sending the note, the handwritten note in the mail. And that's the friend she is to me. And I learned a lot from her because she's like the scrapbooking, journaling mom that I'm not. She's the crafty mom that I'm not. Her interests and my interests are very different in life.
Yeah.
But yet God brought us together as friends, and that has really challenged me and encouraged me in so many areas of my life. And so there's so many different friends that I've gained. Those are just a few of the friends that I've gained out of MOPS all those years ago and have continued to travel this motherhood journey with me. And so we want to talk to you today a little bit about how do you become that friend and what does that mean in a relationship and a friendship. And so the first area that I want to talk about is choosing your attitude. We have to put effort and attitude into friendships. We can't just decide our life is too overwhelming, we're too busy, I can't do it. I get it. I know. We have 5 kids. We have an extremely busy life. Back then, when our kids were little, we were pastors in a church and we were just going crazy busy, running all over the place. Our kids were little. Now that our kids are older, he's an entrepreneur and we do missions work and we're still going crazy all over the place.
I don't think we'll never not be busy.
Right. But relationships have had to become, and we've had to learn to put priority and make them important to us.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to choose your attitude in your friendship. Even with an overwhelmed life, we have to decide that we are going to create friendships. And sometimes this means sacrificing, right? So this means maybe Tuesday's my house cleaning day, but that's the only day my girlfriend can get together for lunch. It might mean my house doesn't get cleaned on Tuesday.
That's what I feel like when I have to go out with my friends. It's like, yard work can wait, right?
No, Steve is the party guy, so he would give up everything. But it's really cool because Steve has some guys that he has actually several groups of different guy friends. And he probably is very religious about at least getting out of the house once or twice a week with his guy friends. And hanging out and maybe
we have to solve all the world's problems.
Yeah, just hanging out and chatting. Maybe it's going golfing. It's different groups of friends do different things. And so you have to decide that you are going to choose that, right? So we have to choose our attitude when it comes to being friends. And one of the things is, like I said, is not only giving up time, but also maybe doing things that we don't like to do. So like my friend Valerie, she likes to journal. I've gone to journal Bible class with her before. It's not my thing. I've tried. My kids bought me a Bible journal. I bought the colored pencils. I bought the little holder. I have it all. And I really do try to do my Bible journaling, but I'm just not as crafty as my friend Valerie. But it doesn't mean that I don't enjoy her friendship and going to Bible journaling with her and hanging out just for the social aspect.
You learn something and you get to share something with your friend that's important to her.
Mm-hmm. So sometimes we do things that we don't really necessarily like just to be with our friends. Maybe you don't really like to golf, but your friends do. Just go golf anyway to have that relationship, right? So you get to choose your attitude of how you want to have that relationship and that friendship. The next one is be there. Be present. What is our biggest problem? Ta-da! We're sitting at a table and we're on the phone and we don't make eye contact with people. We get in line at the grocery store and we get on our phones rather than talking to the person next to us any longer. Back in the day before these existed, we would talk to the people in line around us.
Yeah.
We're not there. We're not present. So we need to be present. We need to step out and be there. Like think about not only our phones, but think about when you arrive at your kids' activities. Like let's pretend like a baseball game. Okay. I get there with my chair, got my phone, got my snacks. Where am I going to put my chair? I'm going to put my chair way over here at this part of the field. And I'm going to sit there. And while we're waiting for the game to start, I'm going to just catch up on my email and stuff. I'm going to ignore all the people around me, right? How am I going to have a mom tribe if I don't even go out and talk to the other moms? So I need to move my chair next to the mom. Not this close, but kind of close to her. Put my phone away. And I need to turn to her and say, hey, how long has your child been on the team? How long have they been playing baseball? What school do they go to? What area of town do you live in? Come up with some questions. Maybe you need to think about those questions prior to coming to the activity so that you're ready to make conversation with the other moms around you. But we've got to step out of our comfort zone. I know it's much easier to get here and do this and text the girl you already know. But what about this mom?
Well, a lot of times, too, we play these little games in our head like, well, if they don't want to talk to me, I don't want to talk to them.
Right.
And a lot of times they're thinking that how are they going to break the ice with us?
Right.
So just take the initiative and reach out.
Reach out. Yeah. Be present. Be there. Reach out to them and talk to them. Don't wait for them. Don't wait for the open door for them to talk to you. You step out. If you want a mom tribe, you got to step out, right? We got to choose our attitude. We got to be present and be there. So when you're with your friends, don't get on your phones. Be there and talk to each other, right?
Good word.
Okay, the next one is make their day. This is probably one of my favorite ones. Make their day, okay? So how can you make another mom's day? Maybe you know somebody and maybe they're not really your friend yet, right? And you want to be friends with them, but you know they're going through a hard time. They've had a rough day. They've something hard is going on in their life. Hey, take them a meal. Call them up. Send them a text message. I challenge you to send text messages to your friends. The other day, I decided I was going to start texting some of my friends. So I text 3 of my friends just a positive message about being a mom. just what I admired about them, just encourage them in their journey as a mom.
Think about it. How many friends do we have that really do that?
We don't. I get them once in a while from friends. I have
Right. But I mean, you have to foster that kind of environment. You have to make.
Right.
I mean, be the person that people, when they think about, they go, oh, I really like that person.
Right. I have friends that text me, that just randomly text me little things.
Like, I have a guy that I've been reaching out. He's a business owner in Tacoma, and he's going through a really hard time. I don't know if he's a Christian or not. And I've just been encouraging him. And he sent me a text last night. He says, Steve, man, I just want to connect. I just want you to know you're a really solid guy, and I appreciate you. And I was like, all I've been doing is reaching out to him and just trying to be his friend.
It made your day, though, right?
But yeah. And I tell that I was making his day.
Right.
It was like going both ways.
Right. Don't wait for a birthday or anniversary.
Right.
Start today.
Right.
It takes, 30 seconds to send a little text message to a girlfriend to say, hey, you rock as a mom. Just want you to know that. Or, hey, thanks for reaching out to me the other day, for calling me or whatever. Just that constant interaction, right? I went and met up with a girlfriend the other day that we actually had not really gotten together since I had children. So that many years. And we used to live in the same apartment complex. She was our apartment manager. And so I met up with her. And right after we met up, I got a text message from her just saying, thanks for meeting up. It was great. Let's do it again. And that just makes your day. Like, somebody appreciated me taking time out of my day to spend time with them, and they appreciated it, right? So make someone's day. Take somebody a meal. Drop off flowers. The other day, my girlfriend stops by. She came by, and she brings me a bag of these limoncello.
Oh, the limoncello
almonds, right? And the story behind that is we had gone to Italy together as couples, and we discovered this candy there, and now they have it at Costco, right? So what does she do? She brings me a bag of it. It made my day. Just those little things make someone's day. So send a note, handwrite a note. We talked about that recently, about sending notes. Send a text message. Do something for them. Can you take their kids for a couple hours so they get some time off to go do something they want to do? What can you do to make someone's day? So that's an easy thing to think about. What can you do to make someone's day? Okay, the next one is fun. Is just creating fun, right? Be the inviter, be the includer, and create fun as a mom. That's really how to get a mom tribe. You want to get a mom tribe? Start inviting and including people, right? So you're going to go to the park with your kids. You're already going to the park. Send out 5, 10 text messages. Invite 10 moms. Maybe 5 will show up. Maybe all 10 will show up. Maybe 1 will show up. Invite other moms to join you. You're already going there. It's not costing you any more time or effort, right? Just invite them to come join you. So you're going to the park this summer, you're going to the zoo. Maybe you need a mom's night out without kids. Dad's going to take over. Invite some mom friends to go shopping with you. What are you already doing that you're going to have fun? You're already going to be doing something that you can include. You can invite another mom to join you. Do it. Don't sit around and think, I'm going to wait for someone to invite me. I'm going to wait for someone to include me. Think about who you can invite. Steve and I, we like to have our date nights, and we do like to have time alone, but we also think about often, who can we call, who can we invite, who can we text and say, hey, we're heading over to eat dinner at such and such, or we're going to go for a walk downtown. Want to join us? And we message people and just see if they are available.
Yeah, and if they can come, great. If not, we're not worried about it.
Yeah, and don't let it be hurtful if they can't. You do know what I mean? Like, we all have lives, right? We all can't be everything and everywhere, right?
Right.
But don't stop including and inviting. Include and invite others. If the people you're inviting, including, aren't reciprocating and aren't coming and joining in with you, find some new people to invite and include. There are so many people in this world that are lonely. You know what I mean? Like, if we're feeling lonely, there's other people feeling lonely. We're not the only one.
That's right.
So how can we include other people in our fun? You're already doing it. You're already going to the beach. Hey, if you're going on a camping trip, invite another family to go camping with you. All they can do is say no, right?
Right.
What sweat is that off your back, right? So I just want to encourage you to be the inviter and the includer. So I want to challenge you today to take a few minutes and text, invite, include. What are you doing this weekend? What are you doing a week from now? What do you already have on your calendar right now that you can invite and include another mom friend?
Yes.
Maybe it's a mom friend that's really close with you, that you're tight with, or maybe it's a mom friend that you've been wanting to reach out to. Maybe it's a mom friend that maybe you've noticed at your kid's school that she doesn't seem to really have other friends. Maybe they're new in town. Maybe they've not connected with other people and you want to make that connecting point. So I want to challenge you today to send out a text message or make a phone call or an email of an invite and an including moment of something you're already going to be doing or something you're going to be planning to do with your kids this summer, and invite another mom to join you. Okay?
Yeah. Now,
so that's my challenge.
And I want to say, just don't get caught up in your head if your friend can't make it, or
Yeah.
you end up talking to a few people and nobody can show up. It's like, don't even think about that. This is a leadership thing. You're just going to go, you know who you are.
Yeah.
You are a valuable person, right? You are raising valuable children. You have a great mission and purpose in this world. And so you got to get out of your head, stinking thinking, and think, well, nobody wants to meet with me. I mean, I don't really have a lot to contribute. That is not true. That is a total lie.
Yeah.
So just shake that thought. And the way you do that is you just decide that's not going to be me. Because I want you to know, moms, you have a lot of value. You are raising up the great leaders of tomorrow, and you have a lot of value with other friends that want to talk to you.
And it's up to us, right? This is one of those things that it's our choice. You can sit at home and you can decide, I'm lonely, I have no friends, but that isn't the truth. The truth is there are hundreds of moms out there that also would like a friend. So choose today that you're going to do that. Choose your attitude of friendship. That's what I meant about choose your attitude. You have to choose that attitude of friendship. Like, I am a friend. I'm going to be a friend. I'm going to create friends. I'm going to bring friends into my life. I'm going to find that mom tribe. It's up to you. So choose your attitude, right? Be present, be there, make sure you're in tune to what's going on around you. Don't ignore the moms that are already right there waiting to be part of your tribe. Make someone's day. Is there someone you can reach out to by just making their day? And then fun. Create some fun and enjoy it. So that was our challenge for you today.
That was a good talk. You didn't really need me in that at all. I just kind of nodded. You should have done that Han Solo.
Han Solo. Okay, so I really want to encourage you. If you're feeling lonely, you're feeling down, I get it. I've been there. I still have those days. And I think, hey, don't get lonely, Trisha. Don't feel bad. Just because you read on Facebook that everyone's doing something, you feel like nobody invited you, go make your own fun. Go create your own tribe. Invite another mom to do something with you today.
Yeah.
Thanks, moms, for joining us. We'll chat with you soon.
Take
Bye.
care.